his new movie, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, will be opening up in theaters near you April 17th, this Friday. He is Kevin James. How are you, Kevin?
We're going to win it all. I can't believe it, Rich. We're playing. It's unbelievable. It's already over. I know it's done now. We're going to take it all.
Now, tell me you haven't sung Meet the Mets to somebody in some way over the last week, Kevin.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Meet the Mets. Greet the Mets. Come on. It's insane. We've done it. We've done it. We got Harvey back. You think I'm being too anxious? You think I'm projecting?
We can send you a trophy, Kevin. This is
please.
First week of the season trophy. We can create it here at the Rich Eisen Show. We could do that and send that to you. You can bring it around.
I am so happy, but I am so weary. You know me.
Yes, I know.
You know the relationships with my Mets. It's a tough one.
Well, Met Jet.
Look great.
Yeah, I know. Met Jet there's always a trap door. There's always a trap door you got to look for, Kevin.
Yeah.
Right?
But I'm excited to have it's a possibility. That's all you hope for this day.
Well, Matt Harvey is the real deal, though. There's no question about that. And there's something about him. We had Ron Darling on a couple weeks ago. He said that he reminded him of Joe Namath, that he has this sort of style about him.
Yeah, he looks like him a little bit, too. He does. And I honestly believe, Rich, that he raises the game for the guys around him, too. They know they got to, when you have that on your team, it just helps in all aspects.
And then there's Bartolo Colon, who looks like he fuels himself with hot dogs, but he's getting it done too, Kevin. This is interesting. So you are what do you call yourself? Optimistic, intrigued, weary? What would you call yourself as a Met fan, Kevin?
I am. You know what? I've been down the road before. I don't want to get overly excited.
Yeah.
But seeing, especially Cologne, who's 41 and is basically Paul Blart, having him on the mound doing what he's doing, the unsung hero. Yeah, everybody knows Matt Harvey. That's great. We got him. But we're starting to perform on different levels and firing on all cylinders here. We're going to take the pressure off for David Wright now, so he can kind of open up maybe. And it's just, everybody's helping everybody. It's brotherhood.
Do you think you could get Bartolo Colon to take the mound for his next start on a Segway, Kevin? Do you think that could happen? Like total Paul Blart style, go Segway.
I don't think he would be against it. Maybe it might be tough getting it past, MLB authorities. But you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going out there now. I'm going out to the Citi Field. And I'm going to watch Matt Harvey, but I'm definitely going to take some Segway lessons and give them to Mr. Colon.
So you're going to the game today? You're going there today?
I'm taking batting practice. I'm going to hug everybody I see. I'm so excited.
So if the Mets give you your choice of number to wear, what choice who do you wear? Do you go 41 for Seaver? Who do you go, Kevin? How do you do it?
I go 20 for Tommy Agee. Tommy Agee was the biggest Met to me when I was a kid. When I was, I connected with him on such a way, And then, of course, later on there was so many of them. There was Seaver, of course. I love Art Shamsky. You heard me. Just Ron Swoboda.
Yeah,
I've got them all. I love all the old guys, and I'm excited to get out there, and I'll take any number they give me.
Yeah, Art Shamsky sounds more like one of your camp counselors as a kid, right, Kevin?
He does.
More than an actual baseball player, but that actually happened. So when you're in the cage, later on today, Kevin James, when you're in the cage, are you going to try and go opposite field to show how you're a hitter, or are you going to just try and maybe yank one out of the park, try and get it to warning track? What's your philosophy going to be when you take BP later on today, Kevin?
You know what? If I was able to do it, I would. I can go opposite field.
Okay.
But I'm such an egomaniac, Rich, that my body will be literally square to the pitcher as I try to go down the line and rip one and hit the foul pole. And that's what I want to do. I did it before. I jacked one.
You did
at Shea Stadium. I've not yet to do it. I've not really taken batting practice at Citi Field, so I'm going to try and do one here.
So what do you mean? So you back in the old Shea, you took BP and you went yard? You really did go yard in Shea?
2 yard. I went 2.
Oh.
And I went second deck. You heard me. I'll say it one more time, second deck.
Yeah.
And it was. I've got it. It's been done, but now I got to do it in the new field. And they just brought in. They brought in the. I think it favors the left-hander though now, but
Yes.
they did bring in the fence a little bit at Citi Field.
Yeah, Shea was not a hitter's park, Kevin. Did they raise the apple out of the hat for you like they do for all round trippers in the old Shea? Did they do that?
They didn't. They didn't.
What an
but
outrage.
A guy in the second row lifted up a bowl of chili, and it was it felt just as nice.
Kevin James, the star of Paul Blart, Mall Cop 2, joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, let's talk Jets briefly. If Mariota's sitting there at 6, somehow, some way, do you want the Jets to pull the trigger on him and just start once again, hit the reset button at quarterback, or do you think they should stick with Geno Smith for one more season, Kevin?
I think they should pull the trigger on him. I do. You know what? Geno's probably a very sweet guy. And he could probably develop, and he's a great athlete. It's just too, it's too up and down. We don't have that. We need somebody to just take over. And I feel like if we get somebody rock solid in that quarterback position, everything else is going to explode for the Jets. I really do. I think we lock down and we really make a run for it.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've gotten better at the skill positions. They got Brandon Marshall at wide receiver with Eric Decker, and, running back, they just took Stephen Ridley from New England, and obviously Revis coming back. It's got to make you feel good, Kevin.
It does. And we've made a lot of great moves. We've kind of reassembled again. And I think we're going to be, we're not going to be the crazy show we were. I think we're going to get serious now. I'm hoping we get more serious now and really just lock down and play some great ball that we're capable of doing it. And I think that quarterback piece is just one piece that will unlock everything else and really, really help us.
Yeah, but Brady's still around, Kevin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a killer.
He is. I don't know if you saw his first pitch in Fenway yesterday.
I did not. What happened?
Well, I mean, if it was a right hand, I'm being generous because I'm a Michigan man and so is Brady. If it was a right-handed hitter, they might have offered at it, but for a left-handed hitter, they would have had to dance out of the way.
Really?
Yeah.
So he threw it at the shins.
Pretty much.
Inside?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Have you ever done the first pitch, Kevin? You ever done?
I have. Letterman blasted me because he knew. He told me before, don't throw it into the dirt, and that is the thing, because you're up on the mound.
It's awful.
You don't want to throw it. You want to make it to the plate. You got to cross the plate.
Right.
And I wanted to throw with some heat, so I brought it. But just as I went into my windup, I saw behind the catcher was a row of camera people and an old lady with a walker. So I held up at the last second, and it did skip right before the darn plate.
See, that's why you're a humanitarian, Kevin. Sometimes you just got to put that aside when you're throwing a first pitch,
I agree. You got to let that go, and if that lady gets drilled, so be it.
Kevin James joining me here on the program. Paul Blart 2, Mall Cop 2, written by Paul Blart, Mall Cop 2, written by again Nick Bakay, who's been on this program many times. He's a big Buffalo Bills fan.
Yes,
and you're sending Rex that way now.
Yes, that's right, and we're okay with it.
So you're not missing Rex, is what you're saying?
I miss Rex as a human being.
Sure.
I think he's a great guy. I'm not the.
Oh, I think we lost him. Is he there? You know what happened? It's when you go. I know this personally. The Van Wyck. The Van Wyck is a dirty, filthy stretch of road.
Wasn't the Whitestone Bridge?
leading to Citi Field.
We'll get Kevin back on. He's going to call back.
Let me tell you, it's a dirty, filthy piece of road.
When was the
And
last
as
time
you know,
drove it?
you know from Seinfeld, you can't beat the Van Wyck. You cannot beat the Van Wyck. That's Kevin James. Has Kevin called back?
Kevin's back on the line. Yep.
Kevin James, is either one of those correct? Because you were speaking ill of Rex and or on the Van Wyck. Why the phone call dropped moments
And
ago?
that's the reason. No, what dropped? I've been going off. I've been solving the world's problems. And did we cut out? Did I lose you? I've been just on a crazy rant. It's insane. And that's exactly how the world will be a better place to live, and people will love each other.
Wow, Kevin.
So anyway.
Oh, wow.
You want to take some questions? What do you want to do, Rich?
Kevin James, thanks for calling back. I appreciate it. I wanted to get you back on, certainly, to talk about your movie, Mall Cop 2, Paul Blart, Mall Cop 2, in theaters on Friday. You shot it in Vegas, right, over several weeks?
Yeah, it was crazy. We Steve Wynn, who never let a movie, into his hotel before, loved the first Mall Cop, and he was like, if you want to come here and bring, show a family-friendly kind of movie where you can have everybody, he read the script, he loved it. He was like, just let's make it a big movie and let's do it. And it was awesome. We went crazy in there.
Yeah, and you also set a Guinness Book of World Record, 2 of them, at the screening involving segways. I didn't know such a thing existed, Kevin. But...
Nor did I until I showed up.
Yes.
Yes, we nailed the record for most security guards on a Segway training, learning a lesson, I guess, on there, and then the most doing a 360 on it with me. And then we almost won the world record for almost all of us throwing up on a Segway, which would have been the third. That would have been the trifecta.
Okay, but you fell just short of that, Kevin. But
yes,
don't worry.
We did fall short.
Don't worry. There's always tomorrow.
Yeah,
there's always tomorrow. In that regard, we've been calling, because of Jordan Spieth winning the Masters at 21, asking people to call in about what great achievement they had by age 21. What would you say by age 21 for you, Kevin? That was your greatest achievement that was already in your record books.
I set the record at Panda Express. I remember being someone who was a good eater at the time,
right.
But no one, especially at Panda Express, expected me to walk in that lovely day when I was on the verge of turning 21.
Right.
And I literally put them out of business.
Who was General Tso? Was he a chicken
I don't
guy,
know,
right?
but he's fantastic, and he can lead my army any day.
Hey, Kevin, thanks again for calling back in. You're immense. You're a good man, and I look forward to seeing Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 this Friday, and everybody should go see it and enjoy the Met game tonight.
You're the best, Rich. Thanks so much, pal.
You bet. Thanks again.
Yeah.
That's Kevin James.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.